So this is where we see those videos of those police riders and they're doing 0 miles an hour and they're not putting a foot down. You go, how is that possible? Drive equals balance. The second exercise in your mod 1 is technically the slalom. So you see here the yellow cones, the slalom into the figure of 8, which is the blue cones. Probably can't see now because my bike has blocked it, but into the figure of 8, which is the blue cones here. Before we do the slalom, we need to have a look and see how do you do. Let me come to you. How do you do slow speed control? You've seen many videos on YouTube about this, but I want to give you my version. I want to give you my formula. My formula for slow speed control is very simple. Drive equals balance. It's the name of the channel. That's how much I believe in it. So let's talk about it. Drive equals balance. If you keep your bike driving, it will always stay balanced. Dan, what I want you to do right now is edit in a video of a racer crashing his motorbike, but the bike keeps going by itself. So drive equals balance. I'm going to prove that to you right now. This is the most important thing. Once you understand this formula, your life will be so much easier. So how do we create drive? That doesn't create drive. That doesn't create drive. Front brake, that doesn't create drive. The clutch, that creates drive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to release the clutch, and that's going to start me driving. So here, do my observations because it's mod 1 we're talking about. And then I'm going to release the clutch all the way. Now this is a big, massive 1290 V-twin. So here I'm doing 9 miles an hour. And it's just driving. I'm not doing anything else. So I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching anything else. And the bike is just driving all by itself. Hopefully you can see, yeah? My hands off my feet, they're not doing anything. Okay? To the point that I can, and again, I'm not doing anything. All right? Drive equals balance. As long as you keep it driving, the bike will stay balanced. And if you look at the DT1 is the examiner's guide, okay? And in the examiner's guide, they say that you should be in control, okay? So let's have a look. So we're going to do a little bit of clutch control because you can hear, or at least see, my bike chugging away, almost trying to stall, okay? So now I'm going to pull the clutch in just a little bit. So now I've gone from 9 miles an hour to 7 miles an hour. So now I've got a bit of clutch control. Americans, you call it friction zone. Brits, we call it slip in the clutch. Now we're going to add a little bit of revs. Here on this flat ground, revs don't matter so much because here I'm making it, right? So revs don't matter so much. What does matter though, is when we start going on road, okay? So when we start to do mod 2 and they want us to do hill starts and they want us to do tight left and right turns and we're using this skill here, this is where it matters. So here, I'm going to add a little bit of revs. 2000 RPM, that's all we need. Notice my speed hasn't really picked up, but now I've got guaranteed power if I need it. If I release the clutch, I've got that guaranteed power. So how do I slow the bike down more so I'm in control? I'm going to use a little bit of back brake. Okay, so now my speed can go from 7 miles an hour to like 4 miles an hour, yeah, all the way until I can almost come to a stop. So here, I come to a stop, and then I can go again, yeah? So this is where we see those videos of those police riders, and they're doing 0 miles an hour, and they're not putting a foot down. You go, how is that possible? Drive equals balance. As long as you keep that bike driving, you will always have balance. Even if, like here, I'm doing 0 miles an hour, yeah? Totally balanced, okay? The moment you pull the clutch in, boom, you're gonna lose balance. I need to give you one more bit of information, and that other bit of information is momentum. So there's 2 ways our bike can move. One way is drive. Here, I'm driving all the time and using the clutch. The other way is momentum. If you watch Moto Jiu-Jitsu's video, he teaches you momentum. He talks about it, and he says you can do a figure of 8 with just momentum, and he proves it by turning the bike off. So let's do that. I'm going to pull the clutch in, and I'm going to turn the bike off. Now here, after a certain point, if you're going slow enough, you'll lose momentum, and you'll put your foot down. So we need to remember that momentum is not necessarily our friend, okay? If you've seen those videos, I saw one today of people doing hairpins. They've got their full license. They're doing hairpins in the Alps or some beautiful road. So doing these hairpins, and they're dropping the bike. Someone's made a whole channel about them dropping the bike. Why is that happening? It's happening because as they go around the corner, they're pulling the clutch in, and when you pull the clutch in, you lose the balance and you put your foot down. So you got to remember, drive equals balance. Okay, keep the bike driving and it will forever stay balanced. All right. So if we want to do then the slalom figure of 8, the first thing is the slow control. So I'll do my observations. Now here we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow cones, but normally there are 5 yellow cones. Yeah, normally there's 5 yellow cones. So here, it's going to turn the bike around. We're going to come from the green cones as if we were doing the pushing exercise. Okay, here we go. So look left, look right. Get my gas, release my clutch. I don't need the brake right now. And now I'm looking a gap ahead. And then I'm looking a gap ahead. And then I'm looking a gap ahead again. And now I'm going into the figure of 8. So when I get into the figure of 8 now, when there's one blue cone by itself, I'm going to go wide. And here I'm going to turn my bars, looking where I'm going. And then we can see the other blue cone. And then as I'm going around this blue cone, turn my head, turn my bars, using my back brake, but not heavily, just a little bit, driving against the back brake. If I release the back brake now, I'm doing 4 miles an hour. Watch this. I release only the back brake. Release the back brake and I speed up. And I speed up to like 9 miles an hour. So the power of the bike is 9 miles an hour. Yeah, so if at any point I need to drive, just come off the back brake. Any point I feel like I'm going to lose my balance, yeah, I can just come off the back brake and I've got the power of 9 miles an hour. This skill that we're learning here of drive equals balance to get us through, this will help us exponentially when it comes to mod 2. Let's do this again. I'm going to do it again. And it's not me showing off here. It literally just is because I understand that drive equals balance. So here, look left, look right. I'm going to sit side saddle. I'm going to use the front brake. I'm not going to use the rear brake. Many instructors would say, we never use the front brake in a turn. Well, they are correct. But once we understand how much should I use the brake, how much pressure should I give it, and it's going to be gentle pressure, then we can understand that drive equals balance. Yeah? There are a few other factors that can really mess us up with the figure of 8. Let's have a look at those now. Factor 1, steering. If I go really close to the blue cones, watch where I end up. All the way over here, which then makes my next turn really difficult. And if I go really close to the blue cones again, and again, I'm all the way over here. So consider your steering, your entry point to the turn. How can I fix it? I go wide here. And because I've gone wide here, it means my exit is narrow, which puts me nicely for the next turn. Yeah, so really watch your steering. Your entry to the turn will really affect what your exit is going to be. Do I need to do counterbalance? Do I need to do all of this? Do I need to do it for mod 1? You can do, yeah? If you really want, you can do. Is it necessary for you to pass mod 1? Absolutely not. But you can do it if you want to. It's more risky, yeah? But you can do it. if you want to just remain upright and slightly lean your bike in and feel comfortable, you can also do that. We've got steering, we've got counterbalance, we've got observation. So let's talk about observation. Now, as I go round this corner, I can look the other way. So I'm looking the other way and I'm making it. And as I go around this corner, I look the other way again. And I know, even though I'm looking the other way, I know I'm going to make it. I know I'm not going to hit my camera. But at the very, very early stage, it helps to look where you're going. You're going to hear a lot of instructors tell you, look where you're going. So here, turn my head, looking where I'm going. Now, where am I looking? Okay, I'm looking at where I'm going to turn into. So it's this point here. I turn my head. And again, I'm looking to where I'm going to turn into. I'm not looking here. I'm looking to where I'm going to turn into, which is here. Okay, and then I'm looking again. A lot of people will look down. So they're looking down here. And when you look down here, you don't have the correct information. Yeah? Or what they also do is look at the yellow cone at the wrong time. So for example, here, yeah, I'm looking at the yellow cone going, oh my God, I'm going to hit that cone. Oh my God. And boom, they hit the cone. When do we want to look at the yellow cone? When we're up here. So up here, turn my head, looking toward the yellow cone, and I'm going to plan that gap now. So when I'm already planned it, I know my bike's going to make it, now I can look where I want to go. Yeah? I'm going to stop here, right? I'm going to stop here and watch this. I'm going to move that yellow cone to this point just here. Now, because of the tripod, that is not a big gap. All right, so I've gone from that side of the bike to this side of the bike here. So I've only got that gap. So as I go around that top bend up there, I'm going to plan this gap here. Yeah, so I'll go around there and I'm looking at the yellow cone, and then I'm going to plan this gap here. I'm going to show you how it's going to work. Before I move my bike, look left, look right, and I go through my figure of 8, turn my head, and I'm looking for that yellow cone. Where's that yellow cone? There's the yellow cone. Okay, nice. So I need to go a little bit wider in order to make that happen. And now, once I know I've made it, I'm going to be looking to where I'm going. Notice I'm not looking back at the yellow cone, but I have made it. Yeah, I'm going to do that one more time so you guys can see. So turning my head, looking at the yellow cone. This is a little bit beyond what the UK government are going to ask you guys to do, but everyone should be able to do this. Yeah, because this is hugely important. Cool. And then we make it through just like that. Yeah, so it's just small amounts of looking where you're going, using the rear brake and the throttle and the clutch. Drive equals balance. Okay, so that is exercise 2 and 3 of your module 1. Okay, let's have a look at the next video, which would be exercise 4, slow control. I'll see you in the next video.